Every day, outside the gates, blind Bartimaeus would sit and beg. As people came by, he would call out, "Spare a coin for a poor blind beggar! Spare a coin!" And some people would be kind enough to throw him some spare change. Every day as he sat there, he heard people go past. He couldn't see, but he had good hearing, so he would have heard everything they were talking about. One day, as he was sitting there, he heard some people say that Jesus of Nazareth was coming to town. He knew all sorts of stories about Jesus, and he knew that Jesus could heal people. So on this day, a big crowd started to gather at the city gate to see Jesus when he came. And blind Bartimaeus could hear them saying that Jesus was coming. And he believed that Jesus could heal him too. So he started to call out, "Jesus of Nazareth, have pity on me! Jesus of Nazareth, help me, please!" While he was there calling out, some of the people said, "Hey, shush! You're making too much noise. We want to be able to hear Jesus when he comes." But do you think that blind Bartimaeus stopped? No, he yelled even louder, "Jesus, Jesus, help me! Jesus of Nazareth, have pity on me!" Eventually, Jesus came along, and he could hear Bartimaeus calling out. So he said to some people, "Hey, go and get that man." And some people went over to Bartimaeus and said, "Hey, don't worry anymore. Jesus has called for you." And Bartimaeus jumped up, threw his cloak on the ground, and left it behind. He trusted that Jesus would heal him. He left his cloak, and that shows us that we know that he was expecting to be able to see. A blind man can't go back and find his coat later. He knew that he'd be able to find it if he wanted it, because Jesus would heal him. And so they led him to Jesus, and Jesus said to Bartimaeus, "What do you want me to do for you?" Bartimaeus said, "Please, Lord, restore my sight." And Jesus said, "Your faith has healed you. You can now see." Bartimaeus' eyes were opened. He could see Jesus. He could see the trees. He could see the sky. He was so happy that as Jesus left, he followed him, jumping for joy and praising God. And now we know what faith is. As people walk past, they might see that cloak on the ground and wonder, "Hey, what's that cloak? Hey, that was Bartimaeus's." He had faith. He knew that Jesus was healing people. He believed that he would heal him, and he put his trust in him and followed and asked him to heal him, and he did. Will we?